Alright, so now that we're done creating the base of the handle, I'm going to show you how to put a hole in the gun to make a trigger very easily. Now this isn't necessarily a hole because it's a pistol, so here I'll just show you an image of it. Go to google.com and go to Google Images, then look up your model. This case is a TT33, and let's find a high resolution one. Okay, this one's high enough. Okay, so you see how in the model the trigger is very thin compared to the actual handle itself. I'm going to show you how to completely take away this part without actually going back and editing points like it's really difficult to do. It's using a tool called Boolean, and basically what you do is draw around the selected area that you want to make it disappear. So go to Bezier again. I'm going to speed this part up probably. Alright, I'm gonna pause it right here. Make sure if it's thin, if the trigger guard is thin relative to the model itself, the handle, then make sure the bull goes completely outside of the gun. Because if it doesn't, then it'll create little sections and it'll create little polygons and it'll look really crappy. So make sure it goes completely outside of it. Alright, now that you've drawn your trigger guard, you need to create it into a 3D image. So, extrude NURBS, drag the spline into extrude NURBS. Now with this one, you want to make sure it's outside of the actual thing. So, how the physics work for bool is it's A minus B. So, here, I'll just do it and you can probably pick it up from there. Alright, see, you want to make it a little bit outwards, sort of. You want to make it separate from the actual model. There we go. That's just about good. Now we start the bool. Go to the hexagonal cube thingy at the top. Go to bool and drag your handle in first. Make sure you don't drag them underneath each other, then it'll screw textures up. Then drag your trigger guard bool in. Bam. It's gone. Just like that, you can make things in your model disappear. You can use this to make extrusions within the gun Like if there's a hole that's supposed to be in the front, just make a tube and then insert it through that hole, and then drag it under the bool object. So I'm gonna finish modeling this gun, and I'm gonna sort of like speed along, but if there's things I have to touch on, then I will pause it and I will show you. For now, good luck. Alright, right here we're going to start our first texture. So remember when I said copyright is illegal and you can't really use a specific gun? Like you can't use the manufacturer's logo on your gun. So we're just going to create a wooden texture right there to replace it. To create a wooden texture, I just double click here, double click the material, disable specular because that makes things look bad. Click the texture arrow, and then go to surfaces. And then hold up. Need to resize this. Go to surfaces. Oh gosh, go away. Alright. Wait. Alright. Surfaces, then wood. And by clicking on the wooden image right here, the 2D one, you can change the color of the wood, or there's little presets, like there's that one, there's that one, and pine wood. I use walnut because it looks more realistic. You can change the frequency to make it look, you know, more detailed or less detailed, more wood or more or less wood, and the turbulence. Basically, If you have 0 turbulence, then you'll have perfect circles. If you have maybe 200%, then you have really jagged circles. I keep mine at 100%. So let's change all these back to 1 and drag that to our handle. Now when you render it, it's a wooden texture, just like that. It looks kinda crappy, but with some proper editing and modeling, then you can make it look really good. So back to modeling.